Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Stripper or Day Trader, where you guys get to witness me on my journey of learning how to become a successful day trader or watch me crash and burn so hard that I end up at the strip club. Today, I'm not going to hold you guys for very long, so let's get into the update. All right, so on today's episode, there are three things that I wanted to discuss. The first thing I want to talk about is I want to discuss the name change moving forward. You can hear in the intro, I decided to name the show Stripper or Day Trader because somehow it seems like y'all wasn't understanding the whole stripper to day trader or vice versa thing. People were missing the fact that it was a whole sliding scale, meaning some days I may be closer to being a stripper, other days I may be closer to being a day trader. That's kind of how that worked, but people wasn't getting it. So I've decided moving forward, we're going to change the name of the series to just stripper or day trader. I either am going to become one or the other. So that is the first order of business. The second order of business is I want to get into the updates. So March turned out to be a very good month for me. As I told you guys last month, one of the things I wanted to work on this month is just to focus more on how many wins I can get because for me, the wins are the most important part. Scaling from here on out is just going to be easy, but I just want to make sure that I'm winning more than I'm losing. And this month proved to be a successful one for me. Now let's take a look at the chart. As you can see, I had only 3 days this month that I lost any kind of money, and the rest of the days were winning days. Listen, and don't pay attention to them $11, $22. Listen, as long as I walk away with something, that was good enough for me. So I actually ended the month with profit, meaning more than what I started with. Right now, my win rate is, I think, 59%, which last month I was at a 50 or something like that. So we are making some improvements. I noticed that a lot of people are actually complaining right now because of the war, and there are a lot of changes that are happening in the market, and people are saying that it's been a very tough market for them. Surprisingly, it's actually not been that bad for me. And I'm not sure if it's because a lot of people are swing traders, which means they hold their trades overnight. And so, as soon as the president says something and that price goes from up to down or down to up, overnight, and that's probably affecting people. But I do scalps, so I'm usually in and out throughout the day, and so it's actually not been affecting me as much, and I'm extremely grateful for that. So I know some of you are probably wondering, where does the account currently sit? Okay, last month, remember, we ended with 500 and something dollars. Right now we are at 930 something, I think. I don't really have the full number right now. So we are slowly building. We're slowly getting there, guys. I told you we're getting there. We just have to keep working on getting better. And speaking of getting better, the third thing I want to talk about are the things that I'm planning to work on moving into next month. So we're in April now, and there are a few key things that I really want to focus on this month. Of course, I'm going to continue to work on the things I talked about last month, which is mastering my psychology and just being more comfortable with my strategy and making sure that I'm having more winning days than I'm having losing days. I'm still taking really big hits on my losing days, and that's because I'm not exactly managing my risk as much as I should when I realize that the trades are not going in my direction. So, in this month of April, I am definitely going to spend a lot of my energy trying to make sure that on those days when the things don't go in my favor, I am getting out of those trades as soon as possible. The other thing that I really, really want to work on is just to be comfortable with my knowledge. Right now, I feel like I am so not comfortable, and it causes me to lose out on a lot of movements that happen in the market. One of the things that I continuously fail at are fair value gaps. I see them, I identify them, and I trade them, but somehow I get scared and I don't want to hold them. And for those of you who are not aware of what the fair value gap is, it's basically when price closes and then opens at a sizable amount from where it closed. So as you can see on this chart here, price started right down here, and then in the overnight and in the pre-market, it jumped up here. So basically between these two lines, it's going to be what the fair value gap is. If there is a gap that exists, oftentimes price ends up filling that gap, whether to the upside or the downside. This literally happened to me just yesterday. I was I entered SPY at, I think it was like 640 something. I saw the gap. I marked the gap out. I knew it was happening. But somehow I got scared and I got out of the trade early. I didn't want to hold it and it shot up to like 654. And I knew it was going to go there because of the gap. And this happened to me 3 times last month. Now, I'm not going to be too hard on myself because I am very proud of myself for even being able to identify the fair value gaps in general, because one of my issues in February was that they were happening and I wasn't seeing them at all. So identifying them and knowing to get in, I'm good. I just gotta learn to trust myself and hold it. What happened on the other day is that the price did not even go below where I had my stop loss, bro. It didn't even go below that, but I was like, I'm not gonna chance it. I'm not gonna risk it. And sure enough, it just went up, but it is what it is. So, starting in this month, I really, really want to focus on trusting myself, trusting my knowledge, and just going along with what I see instead of being so fearful. So hopefully, once I put these 3 things together in this month of April, things are going to turn out a little bit better. So yeah, that is currently where I am at. So like I said, I'm not going to hold you guys for very long. So I will see you guys next month with a hopefully another very good update.